Because they don't want no structure. They scared of real men, you feel me?
So what are we? Because, typically I'd want to know where this is going.
And you just don't want the responsibility of getting the ring and doing this.
By me, that's how you get rejected, because you just, especially in public, broad daylight.
Welcome back to another video. My name is Anaise Tranee. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, thank you so much for returning. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So we got another reaction today because we doing big reaction things. So today it's like some relationship, men and women, drama type stuff. I ain't watched them. We finna watch them together, and let's go.
Why is dating so hard?
Social media got these chicks thinking that they got something they don't have. So they only with niggas who got bread and then turn around and be mad when them type of dudes who got a bunch of money want he's saying just to turn around and pay Chris Brown $1,000 to take pictures with him. You feel me? See, they take hold up. They charge broke niggas to chill with them. But the more money you got, the less you gotta spend. See, women only want to deal with dudes who don't have no opinion. That's why you see a lot of these bad chicks with these goofy ass, soft ass niggas who ain't gonna challenge them on nothing, who ain't gonna ask them no questions. Any man that got his own shit taken care of, don't need their money, don't need their pussy. They don't want to deal with a nigga like that. They want a nigga that they can talk to crazy and disrespect them because they don't want no structure. They scared of real men, you feel me? Because a real man ain't gonna let them talk crazy and do all that goofy dumb shit.
So modern day men are more feminine now more than ever.
Definitely.
I'm a woman. So what would you say?
I said women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So my question was, do you with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked is because if you with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this, nasty ass.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoes, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. Their interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you gonna try to figure out which lion gonna bite your ass or not? You're gonna be like them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much shit that these hoes is on, so we don't know the fucking difference.
Oh my God. Okay, so a few things. Oh, he said women scared of real men and scared of structure. And I will say that there's a certain group of women who they do want to be their own boss, they the big dog, whatever, and they will purposely shy away from a certain caliber of man because they know that they're going to have to rise to the occasion. I'm speaking from experience. I, too, have been like, oh, it was almost like he intimidated me because he was, like he said, he had everything together financially, mentally, physically, whatever, just everything was one whole piece, and I wasn't ready for that, so I was like, oh no, I talked myself out of even being available to him because, like I said, I was gonna have to rise to an occasion that I didn't even know was for me. So yes, that is, oh my God, he hit that on the head, and then the talking crazy part, like no real woman, and I know we all get mad. We all get mad. Like, don't get me wrong. My voice has been raised. I'm married, of course. My voice has been raised, but when I did do that, he did politely, but firmly tell me that I better keep my voice down, because it only happened like 2 times. And then one was a very special circumstance, and it was in the beginning of us dating. He hadn't even proposed yet. So, but anyway, yeah, a real man, he ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? He's not, and I'm not saying that my man is perfect and he have everything 100% together, but any man, you got to let them do their man thing. And that involves you not jumping down their throat every second about every single thing. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So I will say too, like she said, a actual woman is not gonna say, oh no, this my man and I know he know what he talking about. I'm just gonna keep doing what I want to do and I don't care because I'm the big dog. An actual real woman won't do that. A little girl who doesn't realize where her power is located in, because as a woman in a relationship, your power is located in your influence. Okay, you don't rule, you don't reign, you don't control from the outside. The man does. The man controls from the outside. He is the one making the decisions. Correct. He has the final say. That's how, in a traditional sense, that's how things are. But as a woman, you have a certain amount of influence. You are the one sitting at the table when he is going through all of these components that have to do with this decision that he is making. You are the one putting little bugs here and saying, hey, well, on Thursday nights, this would actually work because then you could get over to your thing and then I could get over to my thing. That's your place. You got to play your role. You got to play your role. All right, okay.
Hey, so you coming back to my place?
Literally already.
He split that check. I ain't gonna lie, he split that. And now let me just say this: women, y'all not gonna like a lot of this. When you go somewhere, I don't care first day. I don't care if he could be a billionaire. Have your money with you, baby. Have your money with you, because here's the thing: when you go somewhere, yes, he asked you. Yes, he trying to court you. Yes. In my book too, that's the right thing to do. That's how my husband did me. He didn't make me pay for no food. But if you ever think it's a guarantee that someone's going to treat you the way that you think you should be treated, then you're going to set yourself up for failure, okay? Have your ride back home money, whether that's on Uber, whether you meet him there or whatever, because guess what? What if you want to leave? What if you treat yourself to a $285 tomahawk steak every time you go out to dinner, okay? And that is just way above what he is willing to do. Not that he broke, but who is really doing that on a regular basis? But maybe that's something that you do, because maybe you got it like that, okay? Have your $285 tomahawk steak money. Just have it with you if that's what you want to get, because if he's ordering the chicken for $32, okay, he probably don't expect you to outdo him on a meal like that. You gotta read the room, baby. You gotta read the room. I'm not saying he shouldn't pay for y'all. I'm not saying it. I like to eat, okay? I like to eat. I'm just saying, be ready to take care of it yourself. Next.
That I'm so done with niggas, because tell me why we're gonna be like talking for like a while, going out, hanging out, whatever, and I ask you, so what are we? Because typically I'd want to know where this is going, and this boy just looks me straight in my eyes and tells me, we are nothing but pencils in the hands of the creator. Nigga, are you nuts? Kweku, am I the one you're talking to? No. We are pencils in the hands of your mother. I'm just done, okay?
One, if you have to ask that man what you are not anything, baby. I am so sorry. I'm gonna be your big auntie, your big sister, your big cousin. I'm gonna tell you, if you ask it, this go for men too. If you ask a woman, if you got to ask anybody, hey, what we doing? You already know what you're doing. You ain't doing nothing, okay? I'm just keep that honest. A person who is in the position to pursue you is gonna pursue you. If they not pursuing you, you don't need confirmation. You don't need an explanation. You don't need anybody to tell you what you already know. You will know if somebody wants you, because they're gonna be breathing down your throat about it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we have all been wanted before, with the exception of maybe like 2% of people. You know what I'm saying? There are actually people who they don't get out much. I'm not saying nothing about how they look or anything like that, because there is truly somebody for everybody. But some people just don't get out much. They have conditions where they're inside or whatever, and they may be scared to make a connection on the internet or whatever, so they don't know what it feels like to be wanted, or they just can't, psychologically, mentally understand that. So yes, but for the most part, everybody has been wanted. Maybe you have not been wanted by the person that you also wanted, but everybody's been wanted. So you know what that feel like. So when you like somebody more than you. Now, people can play their role. People be good. But as a woman dealing with a man, if you are wondering if there is any doubt in their desire, I'm not talking about anything else. Like, they could be falling short on everything else. you're gonna know when they desire you. Okay, it won't be just like I said, all down your throat, all up your rear end about you. Like, anyway, next.
If a man ain't proposed to you, don't go out your way and propose to him. That's crazy work. Like, if we ain't go down on that one knee, that just mean it ain't happening, or at least at that moment. You just gotta be patient, cause I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely, at least by me, that's how you get rejected, cause you just, especially in public, broad daylight, you just got down on one knee and just.
Wow. So you would be embarrassed?
Yeah, that's like that's a walk of shame back to the car, like. Wow. Drive home with the music off, no music playing, none of that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that one.
I was seeing this a couple years ago where everybody was proposing to their man, and oh my God. Okay, so first of all, y'all, I'm a Gemini, so you know we be on the fence about stuff because we have this duality. We can see both sides. Everybody can see both sides. I think I have the ability to agree with both sides. This is not even a Gemini thing, but that's the label they put on us, the two faces. Anywho, right? So I can see how a woman can think. I'm not doing it. I don't believe in doing it, but I can see how a woman can think like, hey, this is the right thing to do, because some men are, you know, what they like to call gun shy. You know, they got the gun, it's loaded, they want to shoot it, but they won't shoot. And I know what he's saying. He's like, look, if he really want to do it or whatever, but I'll say this. There's even been men who've been with women who, and vice versa too, women who've been with men who they don't even feel they deserve. Or maybe they up to something. They could be up to something, but it could just be like, oh wait, I'm not on her level, or I wanna, you know, she's expressed that she wants X, Y, and Z. She wants this wedding. You know, I'm not good enough for her father. Like, there are actual reasons where a man would be waiting to get married. Just like he said, maybe not right now, because there are men who believe that they need to be established in a certain way financially. You know, they may feel that they need a house first. You know, maybe it could be all kinds of things. Okay, so, I would say if you feel like this, you know, don't put too much pressure on no man to the point where you go out and you get a ring and you propose, because it could go wrong and you could suffer rejection that we not used to feeling. Like, men get rejected all the time. Not like that, but like, men are the ones who they shoot their shot for the most part, and women turn them down. So you like build up this tough skin. You know, as women, we are pretty much, you know, given what we want, especially if you have any little bit of beauty. You know that pretty privilege. So you really don't want to be broke down like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to be broke down like that.
The man who truly wants to marry you, he wants to be the one to propose. He's not looking for you to propose to him. So whenever you hear these dudes say, well, why can't women propose to men? God. That's a dude who's like, you like this girl, but you're not really into her like that, and you just don't want the responsibility of getting the ring and doing this. Like, but if you was really in love with her, you would have no problem if you believe in marriage.
We've seen it in cartoons growing up. You know, you see Pepe Le Pew, he's gonna chase. We watched Family Matters. We saw Steve Urkel chase Laura down. You know, and he would always say, "I'm wearing you down. I'm wearing you down." So at the end of the day, I don't know where we've created these men nowadays that are just afraid to step up and go after what they want.
I never knew men was asking for it, you know, and so that's another reason why a woman could think like, hey, this is the right thing to do. Men asking for it. Obviously, somebody somewhere is, if they, you know, made this clip about it. I didn't even look. I told you I ain't seen these. So yeah, but I think that our society is way different. I'm a millennial, so you know, things change. I keep saying all the time, we are not living in the world that I thought I was going to live in as an adult. Like, as a kid, there was one world. It was one way. And things are different. And they always told us, things change, but I didn't know it was going to flip like this. Like, you know how certain things, when you a kid, you look forward to that thing when you an adult, but then you get there and it ain't there. So that's how I'm kind of feeling. Like, you know, just a little bit with some of this stuff. But, yeah, I like that he said, if you believe in marriage. So, as a married person, let me tell you, if I had done my research on marriage, I'm not saying that we wouldn't be married. I would say that we maybe would have went about it a different way.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You said today's going good for you?
No, I said I'm good.
What you mean by that?
I have a man.
Who said I was even on that? You don't even know what I want.
I don't want to deal with nobody right now. I have a lot going on, and I just rather not.
All right, smooth. Have a good one now. Oh, weird is it?
I can't get your number though.
No, what you want my number for? You just told me you got to do, right?
Everything complicated with us right now. I can have a friend. Somebody to talk to.
No, that's what I was saying over there. You ain't even give me a chance to let you know what I was saying. Who said I was even trying to, put you on that level? I could have been approaching you on some business.
You can definitely have a friend. I'll be somebody you can feel it on whatever day that you want to. And you can pick it up in your car and we can ride and have fun.
What type of fun you talking about?
Shopping.
I'm the wrong for that.
A man's supposed to.
No, I'm supposed to do that. Listen, I'm supposed to do. Check this out. I'm supposed to do that for my woman. You're nothing. I don't know you. So why the fuck would I be giving you shopping and gifts and money? That makes no sense. I'm not going for it.
And you will definitely
No. I don't even care.
That's what you would love to do.
I don't care to get your number.
That's what you would love to do.
That's what I'm never going to do. And I want to let you know that now.
My number.
Nah, I don't need to because you wasting my time already. You talking about shopping and ain't going for that.
Y'all know how they say closed mouth don't get fed? That's definitely true, okay? You got to ask for what you want. Every woman who done been walking somewhere who has any inch of beauty, if you a 2, you'd have been hollered at on the street, right? You have turned somebody down before. Everybody done turned somebody down. Nobody has a 100% accept rate, right? And then they walk off or something, like, in the instance that they walk into their car or they do something, you really see them, after they have passed, and you like, dang, I should have talked to him. Because I know me a couple times, like on the walking thing, I wasn't like that because I was never rude. Because short story time, I was never really rude because when I was real young, 12, 13, my auntie, which is really my older cousin, but she my auntie, she told us about this story where her and her sister, they were getting on the bus. This guy approaches her and he like, what's going on, sweetheart? Can I get your number or whatever, right? And she telling them like, no, like I'm not, I don't want your number, right? And he was like, oh, how you gonna do me like that? And yada, yada, yada. And my auntie was basically like, get out of my face. Like, I just told you I didn't want your number. Like, like, what about that you don't understand? And she was like rude to him. And he cocked back and he hit her and he knocked her front teeth out. Now, hearing that at a young age, I was like, oh God. Oh my. I probably better be a little nicer than that, okay? So, that taught me a lesson. But I've rejected guys. I've said, hey, I have a boyfriend, even when I didn't. Or I've said, whatever I need to say. And then they get in their car. Or they, take that hood off. I remember a guy took the hood off one day at the store. And I was like, oh. But I had to stand strong. See, my daddy had raised us with a little pride. So I had to stay strong on what I had said. And I was like, dang, I didn't just pass that up. Just hope next time when he see me, he still want me and he don't remember me, type shh. But, you have a little, like, class about yourself. I'm not going back to nobody. Yeah, and I watch this stuff a lot of times. And I know y'all probably seen one of them gold digger pranks where they will like go and knock on the window. They be in the car and they'll knock on the window. Let me see if I can find one, because it's just like it when they do that to me, it screams desperation. It really does. And that's no shot against her. That this is no shot against her. I am not in no way trying to say anything about this woman. I'm just saying that when you initially tell somebody no and you say it in a nasty manner, and then you are willing to go back and knock on their window and almost beg them to take your number or whatever, like even when I was at my lowest of my low. But that's I know why, because it's like some gold digger stuff, like she said, let's go shopping, all of that. So I get it, but it's just like I can't be out here looking like that, and I've always taken like a I want you, I don't need you kind of stance, in the sense of, where it's finances. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's the way to go. You want to get some money out of a man. You don't come, especially just first day, straight up asking for money. What do? You continue doing what you've always done. You pay for yourself and you let him know that, hey, I am doing my thing and I'm able to treat myself and do little things. This is how I actually do it. And once a real man sees that, he say, hey, well, wait a minute. You don't want me to take care of your nails this time? It's not a thing where you're like, oh babe, I haven't had my nails done in weeks. It's like, if you haven't had your nails done in weeks, then you don't get your nails done. What am I paying for your nails for? I'm sorry, ladies. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I knew I was gonna say something, y'all ain't like, I'm so sorry. I'm not hating though. I'm not hating, I'm just saying, if you turn your personality into something, like develop some charisma if you don't already have none, and be you unapologetically. Just do your hair. You ain't got to even put on no nails and lashes and none of that or whatever. Wash your face, keep your skin clear so that you can have this glow about yourself. Clip your nails, like be manicured even just a little bit. You gonna be they gonna be after you, baby. I'm just saying. My name is Anaise Tranee again. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you love, peace, and a lifetime of listening to Anaise, and I'm out.
Top of the world, feeling higher than life. Have you sitting where it shine way brighter than lights? Stop hate, let's congratulate.